Okay, so today we have with us Maria, and what's your name? Yeah, so Maria is something very special in San Francisco because she kind of remind people they can still be children because she offered to adults comics. Is that correct?
That's for sure, yes. I like people to read comics.
Yeah,
And with that, remember that there's a lot of colors that imbright your life.
yeah, and it's good because it reminds people that they can still be young, right?
They, yes, also is a good investment for money. Comic books are worth money, and it's also something to give up to your children. Yeah, so you were children, you now remember, and it's a memory for your family, for your own self.
Okay,
So that's
but
right.
for adults like me, I used to read different kinds of comics books because things change, right, with the years, with the
Yeah,
generations. So the comics books you offer today are the ones that young people read today, correct?
that is exactly. I heard through someone that comic books are also brought up from news that are coming in the newspaper. Situation that no one really search about it, but the comics people do and give you an idea of what is happening. Something like miracles happens a lot,
Yeah.
and that's also comic book psychology. Also is very good. And Mr. Brian is coming in,
Okay.
and is one of my clients of the comic books, and we're talking about the comic books, and
Yeah.
so psychology also is very good. So all the ex comic books, and one of the person who can tell you about comic books, Mr. Brian.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that maybe when
Sure.
he is being interviewed.
Sure.
So, so what got you interested in that field?
Comic books.
Yeah.
When I was a child, my father gave me some comic books, and he told me I could rent them also. So when I was in San Francisco, I was a little bit poor. I have $19 in my pocket, and I passed a comic book store, and I was selling comic books for $5 a piece. So,
Since you were what age?
well, 6 years when I started knowing about the comic book and the stories. I bet nice stories like Little Red Riding Hood. Also, but here in San Francisco, it happens that there are good stores, and I was out of money, and I remember my father when he told me you can rent it, and I went into the store, and the man sold me this Superman, Batman comic books that for me were worth millions because they're from the past, and it makes my life easier just because I can spend $5.
Oh, you start a business of your own, basically,
Yeah,
and you are
exactly.
the middleman.
I was the
Yeah.
That's
And basically, you offer services that you add a value to it because you deliver. You don't just
I
tell
deliver,
people, come to me.
and they can call me, and I can search for any kind of comic books you want, and I can get a kind of like a tip, a gratuitous favor, pay with some money if I be able to find the comic book you're looking
Oh
for.
yeah, especially if it's something that you don't find easily.
Michael Jackson has a comic book. It's worth $15. I heard they also Mr. President Obama, Mr. Brian gave me the tip of 573 Spider-Man. I sold it for $15.
Oh,
I bought it for
because they are.
$275.
Oh, because people want it.
The president and the comic books. So many presidents.
And then the person who bought it from you can sell it for 20, and
It's
then
a,
and
so
so
it's
on
a
and so
business.
on.
But it's good because it brings you to. My favorites are Donald Duck and Uncle Rich.
Yeah,
So
when you were little.
exactly.
Yeah, and what? Tell us maybe what's now. What has changed since you were 6 years old? I mean, what are the new trends?
What I have changed to me into the new era is the X comics,
Yes.
the psychological school.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of powers and people that I think the comic book writers and drawers are bringing to the new kids and adults that you do have power in you that it comes out like in the comics, like you
Like
flush
Superman.
water. Exactly, travel faster than a bullet, stop the bullet, and change in the phone booth. So that's super great because you still have the super word, super
Yeah, we all have superpowers.
superpower.
So, which comic book is now the most popular?
Which comic books are not the all the comic books have people.
They're
people,
interested in them.
yeah, that's why they keep on
They have followers.
followers. They like someone, and they just stick to it, or they want to learn more about the one new. So there is, in one comic book, Superman is the hero, and then comes and appears Spider-Man. So people say, I want to know about Spider-Man and also Spider-Woman, and it keeps some. So
And
people,
then Superman.
it's like an advertising for books. You remember yourself, Miss Elaine, so you have a comic book, Miss Elaine, and then the other character will be Mr. Brian, and then Maria, and then you start a comic book from that, and then I bring something from the past, and there could be a car, it could be a doll that talks.
The one you
So-
gave me today are doctors, I don't know, or something with a doctor, and another one with angel or something.
That isn't very popular, though. It gives a lot of hope to people.
Which one? The angel?
The angels and the powers are, most people want to be powerful and strong, and they can actually follow the people that dress like Elvis Presley still.
Yeah.
And they have the Elvis Presley life, so they can have Michael Jackson life, and my cousin, my nephew have a Michael Jackson club because his name is Michael. In Spanish is Miguel.
Yeah.
So he
Started a club.
he in the internet, so everybody, all the videos and stuff.
Do you use the internet to resell your copies?
Sometimes I look into the internet to see how worth it is a comic book, but I don't like to make profits on my comic because it takes time.
Oh,
So-
yeah, like starting an Amazon account or an eBay account.
Exactly. So I just sell it.
Straight to people.
Yes, no matter what, you can make $4 of it.
Yeah.
But in at the end, I make my client happy
Yes.
because I'll have my client always, no matter what.
Oh.
And the $4 of my client can make it, or just put it away for better days.
Yeah, yeah. And what is your favorite? Do you read any?
I like Uncle Scrooge, and I like Donald Duck and
Do
Daisy.
you still read them
The
at your
little
age?
animals, yeah, animals comics.
So you kept your young spirit?
I always be a child. I was thinking today, I say I'll always be a newborn. Except that I probably didn't cry, so I won't cry now.
So once in a while you grab one and you read it and it
I
makes you feel
will-
good?
Exactly, that's a good
That's
idea.
the idea behind it. And most of your clients are adults, or also you have teenagers?
Oh, I have many, but the ones that get excited are the kids.
Yeah.
And then I have to talk to the kid, and then the father, and get the mother maybe, and
To
some
get
kid-
involved, yeah,
and
to pay
that's-
for it.
Exactly, because it's the money. Some of the kids have money.
Some kids have
A
allowance,
dollar,
and
so they just pay for it.
and you're very reasonably priced, so that's the
It
good
is
news.
it is a reasonable price.
So anyway, thanks for kind of bringing the awareness. We just finished the comic books convention in San Francisco. Did you go to WonderCon?
I
or-
missed it.
You missed it.
And I
okay.
have friends in the building, but I want to thank you for having me here and letting me have this experience.
Yeah, I just want to show a couple of your. Can you give us a couple comics so we can show them?
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Brian.
Yeah. So show us. Put it in front of you.
Okay.
And, okay. So this one is called The Dark Angel. Okay, and this one is Dr. Spectrum, and this one is Deadbeats. Those are good.
Those are good, and I haven't read any of them.
Yeah,
but
it's
you
too
will,
much.
and then you probably can give us a lot
This
of
one this one looks like evil stuff because it's a black.
the Iron Man
Yes,
could be.
and the angel, people like that. There is angels out there.
Exactly, there are. I believe in that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, thank you so much. We're gonna now
Medea.
interview Brian.
Sure.
No,
Sure.
and I will maybe invite you another time where you can bring different comic books and show us different comic books. So
That would
thank you
be
very much.
fantastic. Thank you very much.